Need assistance wiring new blower motor. The wires on new motor are black, yellow, red, and brown/white.
Hello and thanks for using this service. If you have been waiting, do not worry or get upset. I am HVAC Guru, an extremely experienced tech on the site, and I try to get to as many customers as I can. I just picked up your question now. Note it takes time for me to type research and add links, so please wait for me to respond back. I can only do this so fast. Answer: click here to see now. That would be the way you would wire it. All I ask is please use the star rating link at the top of your page before leaving. That is the only way I am paid anything through the site. Tips are greatly appreciated, so thank you very much for using this service. If you have any other questions, just post back to me here anytime.
Okay, let me break this down further. The original motor that came off had a plug-in connector. This new motor does not. So am I gonna have to cut and connect the wires, and the wires not used cap off?
What wires were going to the old one or the plug?
Black, red, yellow, brown, blue, white.
Are you sure you do not have a white with the new motor?
I do not have a white wire.
Then yellow should go to white, black, red, brown, blue, capped off yellow to brown/white. Follow the wire and make sure this went to the capacitor first.
The first motor did not run a capacitor. I had to buy one for this motor.
Dear customer, I am another expert on this site. I noticed that some details given to you by the last answer might be damaging to your motor. Can you specify clearly the wire colors on old motor? Is there 2 browns and cap of 4th speed blue wire? White should not go to yellow, this can short out the motor. If you did not have a capacitor on the old one, are you sure this is the right motor? I do not think this will work for your application.
I'm trying to replace my blower motor. Need help wiring the new motor. The old motor is a Genteq X13 motor. Plug connector. New motor is GE5KCP39G826S wires. The wires for the old motor are as followed: black, red, yellow, brown, blue, white, and the green and yellow ground wire. The new motor wires are as followed: black, red, yellow, brown/white. Brown. There was no capacitor for the original motor. It just plugged into the side of the motor and ran to the transformer. The specs on the old motor matched the specs on the new motor. But you can check, cause I could be wrong.
Only 1 brown? The old one had only 1 brown? It appears the previous experts may be a bit confused. Let's start this out professionally by letting me get the model on your carrier unit so I can pull a factory wiring diagram, so we are not just guessing and throwing out answers until I know what we are working with.
FX4DNF025.
Be right with you.
Okay, take your time.
Okay, now let's forget about previous comments about capacitor, as the manual does show you need an X13 motor. Tell me if your old motor had the plug CLGN 12345 and if new motor has same or just wires coming out end of motor.
The old motor has CLGN 12345, the new motor just has wires.
We have to have an X13 motor as this motor is high voltage powered, but low voltage controlled. See diagrams below. The black and yellow are high voltage powered motor. The blue and white are low voltage speed controls. The green is ground. You will need a motor with those connectors pre-programmed for the carrier unit. http://www.ebay.com/itmhd42ac233 Carrier Bryant Payne X13 Replacement Furnace Blower Motor 1 to 3 horsepower /1317111141856. You cannot use the motor you have as all of those wires are high voltage power wires.
Will do. Thanks for the help. We'll purchase that motor. Have a good night.
I tried to accept your phone call request but get this message: payment for this service failed. Please do not fulfill yet. We will attempt to reach this customer to fix the situation. This is usually because your credit card suspects fraudulent activity if you are new to the site. You might want to contact them if you still need the phone call. I am here every day. Regardless, if you still need call, you can come back to question and I will be glad to assist as long as needed for no additional charge. If you have further questions, please let me know. Thanks for letting me work with you. If you still need help, let me know. Expert is not paid for assisting you until you rate answer. Feel free to follow up for 30 days at no additional cost. Bonus always appreciated if you feel justified.
Hello, I got in the new motor today and installed it and still the blower fan does not come on. The transformer I replaced as well.
Try troubleshooting as shown on page 13 in this manual beginning on page 13. If not getting voltage, could be defective control board. http://www.mediafire.com/download/1p9u8uxv4p19o/motor_servicing+guide.pdf.
I do not have a control board.
Where does fan get signal from?
I don't know the answer to that question. I'm sending you a picture of what I am looking at. It may help so you can see the same thing I'm seeing.
Can you give me the model on the air handler so I can pull a wiring diagram?
FX4DNF025T00A.
I am going to attach a link to the fan coil manual. Look down on page 5 and 6 for help in troubleshooting. You may have gotten a bad module or improperly programmed module to match the air handler. http://www.refripartiser.com/uploads FB4% 20 service %20 and %20 maintenance %20 instructions.pdf.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.